Hey, folks, this is Myron from the Tapped Out Wrestling Podcast. Today, I am joined by Cody McCulley of Total Aggression Pro Wrestling, and we're going to talk about something special they're doing. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Excellent. Doing good. So, Total Aggression Pro, you're running your second show, and it is going to be a benefit show.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome. So, tell me about what y'all are doing.
Well, we're doing a benefit show for the Karen Haynes Ministry. It's a local charity based out of White County. Every year they do a big Christmas dinner and toy giveaway. They've been doing it for 16 years, and it helps out hundreds of families across the entire North Georgia area.
That's cool. And I read some of the things they do on their Facebook page, and they're really, I mean, the amount of work they're doing to help people is very impressive.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that.
I mean, they do everything from help people out with bills if they need it to giving people food and clothes, and they have a whole warehouse full of stuff just to give people.
Oh, that's terrific. Because, you know, times aren't 100% great. You know, there's people that are suffering, and to see people out there actively trying to help folks is always touching, you know?
Absolutely. And I mean, Ann and LaFay, the people that run Karen Haynes, they take absolutely nothing from it. It's every dime they get is 100% to help people.
That's
which
cool.
Is great.
And so they've been doing this for a while, and they have this big annual community Christmas dinner.
You're right.
And they feed a lot of people, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Anywhere. Normally it ranges between 500 to 600 people per year that come through.
Wow.
For the dinner and to get the toys. Yeah, it's huge, man.
Well, this is a great thing that wrestling is able to help out with something like that.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Now, on top of it, y'all are presenting an incredible card.
Oh, yeah. That card is completely stacked, man. I'm excited for it. It's a show that I would pay to see. Oh,
well, that's the best thing you can say as a booker. You're booking a show people would
Absolutely.
actually, you would want to see. Look at the names. It's actually a who's who of wrestling in Northeast Georgia.
I agree with that 100%.
You've got people from multiple wrestling schools. You've got people from all over the state, and a lot of your main eventers from a lot of promotions are going to be there.
Yeah, one thing I try to do is give something for everyone. I mean, there's always going to be people that come to shows to see technical wrestling. They'll be the ones that come to see hardcore. The high flying, all of that, the storytelling. I just want to give something everybody can enjoy.
Wow, that's great, man. That's real smart booking. Now, y'all have got a raffle for a free tattoo?
Yeah, the tickets for that, they're $5 each. The tattoo is going to be a $500 tattoo. It's being given away by Mike Smith from Evan Second Skin up in Commerce, Georgia. An amazing tattoo artist. He does great work.
Cool. And what is the Tap Rules Battle Royal?
It's really just a huge battle royal. We're bringing in guys from all over the place. Pretty much anybody that wants to be a part of it can, because we get people hitting us up all the time wanting to get a spot on the show. I mean, here's your chance, guys. You know.
Amen. And you've got a hair versus beard match.
Oh yeah, David Garrison and Jimmy Lee. They've been going back and forth for like 3 or 4 years. They're finally going to settle this stuff, and I can't wait to see it.
So David Garrison's going to wrestle?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know he was a wrestler.
Oh, he's not, but old age and treachery, man.
Yeah. Those you got to watch those old guys. They know a lot more than the young guys do.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. That's great. You've got a fully booked show, and it's Friday, November 16th. Doors are going to open at 6:30, and the bell time is at 8. Saudi Nakuchi Center Gym, 283
Highway.
Yeah,
that's right outside of Helen.
That's pretty cool. The address is 283 Highway 255 North, Saudi Nakuchi, Georgia. I'm hoping SAUTEENACOOCHEE. One of the most interesting city names in Georgia, I think.
Oh yeah.
So cool, man. I'm glad to hear people are doing stuff like this. It's good to see wrestlers and wrestling promotions doing something that helps everyone.
Absolutely.
That amount of just community involvement, because wrestling fans are are great people. Sometimes they get a bad rap, but when you see what's going on and you see people helping others out and getting a great wrestling card, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, I just think it's super cool. The guys on the card, they're coming up here. I mean, they're not getting paid to be there.
oh, they're not
They're
getting
doing
paid?
it. Oh no, everybody that's doing this show in November, they're doing it strictly out of the kindness of their own heart. It's incredible.
Oh my God, there's a couple $1,000s worth of booking fees right there. Dang,
Oh yeah.
that's great.
Oh, yeah, all the money's going straight to the kids, man.
Oh, you can't beat that. You can't beat it when people
Not
do
at
stuff
all.
like that. That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I'm really excited for the
Absolutely.
show. I'm hoping I'll be able to get out of work in time to get there. You never know with my job. But this is cool. And congratulations on putting on such a great card.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We worked really hard on this one.
Awesome. So, Total Aggression Pro, y'all have started up a promotion there, and you're going to be running at Landmark, what, twice a month or once a month?
Yeah, we're gonna be running at the Landmark Arena in Cornelia every third Friday.
Third Friday. That's good. That Fridays are a good night. I think more promotions should try to run on Fridays, because if it falls right, you can get a weekend and get a show on Friday and Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool. So y'all have got a spot at Landmark, which I know is a pretty coveted spot to get to run up there.
Absolutely. Rick Michaels, the owner, he's been helpful. He gets excited for the shows, and I'm glad.
Uh-huh. I was backstage at that show, the last NCW show, and I did not realize how intense he was before show.
Oh yeah. He's very passionate about what he does. It was great for me at this last Total Aggression show, though, to see him having fun and getting into it and enjoying it. We even had him come out as a special guest referee in one of the matches.
Awesome.
He's having a great time.
Awesome. So this is basically a wrestling promotion started by wrestlers and wrestling fans, ran at a place that's ran just for wrestling.
Exactly.
That's terrific to get to see that happening.
Definitely.
So y'all are gonna continue to have these shows up there, and you've got a lot of guys coming from all over the state for your regular cards. How are you managing?
Yes, sir.
To book
we got people. Really? I mean, the guys are just really eager to do it, to be honest with you.
Uh-huh.
I mean, over my time in wrestling, I've made some good friends, met some cool people.
Yeah.
And they all just want to be a part of it. We got people coming up from WWA 4. Got people that come out of One Fall.
Uh-huh. Yep. I see some good brothers,
melting pot of talent. Yeah, definitely. The GB1C guys, those are my boys.
Well, they're getting around a lot. They're working a lot of different promotions lately. You know, I've seen them at Southern.
Yeah, and they've come so far in a short time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's got to be naturals.
I think that's terrific to see that. And you got seen Nick managing them sometimes. Get him up on the show. Cool.
In addition to being our regular ring announcer, of course, he won't be there at the November show. He's going to be down at, I believe, doing his general manager duties at One Fall.
Yeah.
He's we're definitely excited to have him back.
That's great, man. That's great. He's getting out there and doing a real good job with that. I really was impressed. I was at a One Fall show where the ring announcer passed out from heat exhaustion, and he just picked up and grabbed and went and took over. And after he made sure she was okay, and did a good job, man. Of course, it was one of those summers in Georgia, you know, where the heat is just unbearable. But he did a great job.
You gotta stay hydrated.
That's the truth, man. That's the truth. It can get rough.
Yeah.
Cool. I really like that whole Landmark Arena vibe. Are y'all going to do any TV up there or something like that one day? Right
now, we haven't talked about it. It would definitely be really cool if we could get it on Fight or something.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Landmark Arena though, that place, that's just one of those magical places. When you walk in that building, it's unlike being anywhere else. Yeah.
And the thing, it looks so good on TV too, because it's one thing, you know, I've been there so many times and I liked it, but when you see it on television, like the iPay-per-view television, it looks terrific.
Oh yeah, those guys work hard at production.
And they've got an eye for detail so that there's not a bad angle.
Right.
Because you never, you watch some shows where they flip over and there'll be an empty spot in the crowd, or there'll be like a dead space on the wall, and they always, it's shot so well and proportioned so well that there's always somebody in the shots. And you got wrestling, it's like good camera. The camera transitions were one of my favorite parts, where they're always going back and forth, and they were in the right spot. So they're doing amazing things. And
definitely.
I can imagine how excited that you are to be on there, and especially since you just grew up down the road, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's how I got into wrestling. I started going to NWA Wildside when I was really young, about 2001, 2002, and I just fell in love with it. I found WWE after all that. To be able to run my own show there, it just blows my mind.
Yeah. That place has changed a lot over the years too, hasn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Just seeing the way, I mean, every time I go, they've added something new.
Yeah, I mean, the stage positioning, it changed a couple times. They did some remodeling, but yet that feeling of magic when you walk in the doors is still there.
That's awesome.
And that's what I love about it.
Cool. Now, what's it like to be a booker? That's not a lot of, I never really get to talk to the bookers.
I mean, sometimes it can be hard. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you feel like you're babysitting the wrestlers in a certain way, but I mean, it's great.
Well,
to be able to give guys a shot that normally wouldn't get it. It's a great feeling.
And you can bring in guys that you want to see, and you can work on the angles you like. That's really cool, man. I've always kind of been interested in talking to people about their experience as a booker.
Oh,
and
yeah.
how that works for them.
Yeah, one of the things that I'm trying to do is give guys that normally wouldn't get that shot, that are stuck on lower level shows, bring them in and let them work guys with more experience. That way they can have better matches and get themselves out there more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's terrific, man. That's terrific. And you've got this show coming up. You've got a mix of guys from all different levels, from guys that have been wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't say hundreds of years, but been wrestling forever, with guys that are just getting into the business.
Absolutely. We got guys like Azrael that's been wrestling for 20 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
And on the same card, we got guys like Sam Cooper that's been wrestling for a couple, hadn't really got himself out there that much.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you're putting the show together, you try to find the matches that are guys that need the experience, or you try to find the matches that are where how do you decide who's going to face each other?
The way I like to book is I want to book matches that I'd buy a ticket to see. Because, me being a wrestling fan before anything, if I wouldn't pay to see it, I don't want it on my show.
That's sound like a real good idea to me.
Absolutely. That's how I look at it.
Well, that's a lot of times, that's how I decide what shows to go to, is when I see the picture and I see the matches, when they put out the poster, it's a Facebook poster, not as much flyers as the old days. And where I'm at, nobody runs flyers in Gwinnett. So I get basically the pictures that they post online, Facebook and Twitter. And I always like to reshare them, because it gets around the world that way, because it's free.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I see the poster and I look at it and I see the guys, like, I would like to see that match,
Oh, yeah. Matt Sells versus Josie Quinn, Azrael versus Jacob Ashworth. Those are the two I'm looking forward to more than anything.
Oh, definitely. Well, that three-way match ain't going to be no slack.
Not at all. Flacco, AC Mack, and Ashton Starr, those guys are going to tear it up.
Yeah, and all three of those guys are so over in Cornelia. I hope that, does that translate up that far north towards Helen?
Oh, yeah. The majority of our crowd that we get coming to the Karen Hand shows, it's the Landmark Arena crowd, along with a couple people from they like to go watch the other shows in the area, but mainly the Cornelia crowd.
Well, that Cornelia crowd is a different crowd of wrestling fans, and I've not seen anybody like that at any other promotion. They are insanely passionate about their wrestling. It's intense, man. Those folks are hardcore.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're going to go out in front of that crowd, you cannot be a slouch because they will let you know exactly what they feel about you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That front row that sits across from the convenience store. I mean, not convenience store, across the ring from the snack bar. Those guys are always in everybody's faces. And
they're brutal, man.
And I remember when I was at Hardcore Hell, like the kids were bringing weapons. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, the kids brought that? And then the kids were trying to hand their chairs into the ring. I'm like, oh my God, these folks are insane.
This past Saturday at Fright Night, I seen a little girl pull a taser out of her pocket and start holding it up. And I was like, oh my God. I'm just like, where are your parents? But that is cool as hell.
Yeah, nowhere but Landmark, man. Nowhere but Landmark.
Absolutely.
And if that's the crowd that's going to be coming up there, man, y'all are going to have a hot crowd. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, because one of the more recent matches we announced, Hoss Michaels, he goes by Chop Top at the Anarchy shows. He issued a hardcore open challenge, so that's going to be good.
Oh
yeah.
Has he had any takers?
That crowd, one thing about them, they crave blood and they crave violence, so we're going to give it to them.
Oh, it is. It's like like gladiators, man. Those people just want to see it. You know, it's intense when they get into it.
Absolutely.
And they're probably the most bloodthirsty crowd in Georgia.
Oh yeah, hands down.
And it's the regular folks. You see them. It's the same people when you go to a show up there. You see the same people every time. They're faithful.
Oh yeah, that's one thing about them. They're the most loyal crowd that I've ever seen.
You know, I see them on shows in other places. I see them at One Fall. I see them down at Southern Fried all the time. But every time the doors are open at Landmark, you see the same folks up there.
Oh yeah.
That really is incredible. And if those people go up there and fill this show out, man, y'all have the potential to do really good for the charity, and that's awesome.
Oh yeah, last year the show we were in, it was the single largest fundraising event in the history of the Caring Hands Ministry. We raised close to $3,000 for the kids. Wow. A lot of toys. It was great. So I'm hoping we'll be able to top that this year.
Yeah, man, we got to get the word out there because that would be great to see. The holidays are hard. There were some lean years when I was growing up, and it was tough. And I know my mother, she probably had it's probably killed her. But I understand where it's coming from when there's not a lot there on the holidays, and this is the ability to help people.
And that's what's important. I mean, there were times when I was a kid where that was the only way I got Christmas was from groups like that.
Yeah.
So I definitely see the importance, and I want to do everything I can to help these guys out.
Amen. You got to pay it backwards or forwards.
Oh yeah.
You got to take care of the world and people around you that are suffering. Well, Cody, I've had a great time talking to you today, and I appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
Y'all are involved in good things, and I'm really excited with what you're doing with your promotion on top of that. You're out there creating more good wrestling in Georgia, and that's awesome.
Absolutely.
Cool. Okay. Well, you have a good day. I will be talking to you later, and hopefully we'll be getting this out there as much as we can before the show. So take it easy and keep booking good wrestling, man.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Have a good day.